Errol the True Spence Jr. is officially making his return to the boxing ring after a 3-year layoff against Tim Tszyu this summer, right? So shout out to Errol Spence, man. I'm glad that you're back. But we gotta talk about the problem with this fight, right? The problem with this fight is Errol Spence has been very quiet these past couple of years, right? He's never really done like a full interview really discussing everything that, went wrong in the Terrence Bud Crawford fight. We did see some interviews where he was showing up at fights, and it seemed like Errol Spence wanted to retire, right? Like somebody asked him, how many more fights do you see yourself having? And he said maybe 2, and then I'm gonna retire, right? And Errol Spence, for the most part, he's just been very quiet, man. He just posts a lot of videos and pictures of, him and his kids, which is dope. But Errol Spence, bro, you got a whole fan base that you pretty much abandoned. You know what I'm saying? And we were still rocking with you after you lost to Terrence Bud Crawford. I'm one of the people, you can check on my channel, bro. Like, I've been rocking with you before the Terrence Crawford fight, and I still been rocking with you after the Terrence Crawford fight. But realistically, bro, why should we care about this fight when you've been out of the ring for 3 years? You didn't explain what went wrong in the Terrence Crawford fight. You were supposed to fight Sebastian Fundora. You pulled out of the fight, and then we found out from Sebastian Fundora's team that you didn't even have a trainer at that time. So why should we believe that you're actually going to fight Tim Tszyu? How do we know you're not going to pull out of this fight? Because when Sebastian Fundora and Tim Tszyu fought the first time, right, and Sebastian Fundora won, you walked into the ring, you faced off with Sebastian Fundora, you were in negotiations with Sebastian Fundora for almost a year, and you didn't make the fight happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of questions that needs to be answered. We also don't know, like, why didn't we get the rematch between you and Terrence Bud Crawford? Because contractually, you were contractually obligated to have a rematch with this man, and it didn't happen. You never explained why the rematch didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? You never explain. Like, I heard that Errol Spence wanted the rematch to happen at 154. I heard Terrence Bud Crawford and his team said no. If the rematch happens, it's gonna happen at 147. But you never really came out and confirmed any of that, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So Errol Spence, like, don't get mad if this fight doesn't sell a lot of pay-per-views. Don't get mad if people don't really show up to this fight, because you abandon your fans, bro. Listen, I'm saying this, I rock with you, bro. I'm an Errol Spence supporter, but, I wouldn't be a real nigga if I wasn't, like, telling you what it is, bro. The fact of the matter is, bro, you've been out of the ring for 3 years. You had a longer layoff than Keith Thurman. And bruh, who do we know that was out of the boxing ring for 3 years and then just came back and looked like how they looked before? Like, you should not expect Errol Spence to look like what he looked like in the past. The man hasn't had a professional boxing fight in 3 years, guys. Now, I know he's fighting Tim Tszyu, and Tim Tszyu has been beaten up, right? He lost to Fundora twice, right? Quit in the second fight. He got knocked out by Bakram. And even in his most recent fight last weekend, Tim Tszyu was getting touched up in that fight. He got split open with a headbutt. But dude, if dude had a little bit more power, he probably would have stopped Tim Tszyu. You know what I'm saying? But you got to give Tim Tszyu the edge to win the fight, because Tim Tszyu has been active. He was champion recently. He had a good performance in that first fight with Fundora. You know what I'm saying? You, like, bro, if you're a man that's smart and you're not just a fanboy, you gotta assume that Tim Tszyu's gonna win this fight. We don't know what the hell Errol Spence is gonna look like when he gets in the ring this summer. He might look like a complete shell of himself. He could get knocked out. You don't know. You don't know, bro. Like, bro. And listen, I know Errol Spence has been training these past couple of years, because I've seen the videos. He's been working with Roy Jones and, working with Brett, man. I know Errol Spence has been training, but bro, training and sparring and having a real fight is two complete different things, bro. When you go out to a fight in front of a live audience, bro, and you got thousands of people, hundreds and thousands of people in the crowd, and you get into those bright lights, bro, it's a whole different thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? And listen, Maybe Errol Spence took 3 years off because he just wanted to fully get his health together, man. Because, he got into multiple car accidents. One of them, he almost lost his life, right? He had eye injuries, orbital, something wrong with his eyes, which caused him to lose the Manny Pacquiao fight. After the Terrence Crawford fight, he had another surgery on his eyes. So maybe he just wanted his body to fully recover. And if that's the case, I respect it. But Errol Spence, you should have kept your fans updated for the past 3 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? You should have did an interview. You could have went to the Breakfast Club. You could have went to Cigar Talk. Shit, you could have came to my channel. You know what I'm saying? So you could have just did an interview, bro, and just let people know what's going on, bro. But for you to just come back after 3 years and you just hopping in there with Tim Tszyu, I don't like how Errol Spence is treating his fan base, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you a fan of Errol Spence, bro, like, you should honestly feel disrespected, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Because your fighter, bro, like, you rocking with your fighter, and your fighter is just, like, not letting you know what's going on, bro. Like, bro, let's be honest, guys. We all want to know what was wrong with Errol in that Terrence Crawford fight. We seen Errol Spence in the locker room before he walked out to the ring. Errol Spence, it looked like you smoked about 3 blunts before the fight, bruh. It looked like you was smoking that za. You know what I'm saying? Like, Errol Spence, it looked like you popped the edible before the fight, gang. And I seen you had an interview with Mike Tyson before the fight, and Mike Tyson gave you an edible, bruh. So if you ate that edible before the fight because you was dealing with some type of injury, let us know, bruh. We want to know. Because anybody that's a real Errol Spence fan, bro, when it comes to boxing, you know that was not Errol Spence when he fought Bud, bro. It was obvious that something was wrong with Errol, bro. It was obvious, bro. Errol, you ain't had no haircut before you didn't get a haircut before the fight, which we never seen before. When have we ever seen Errol Spence just have his afro, like have an afro with no fade or nothing like that in the fight, bro? Why did you do that? Usually Errol Spence going to a fight with a brush cut. What happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, Errol, bro, just let us know what's going on, bro. Now that we know you coming back, can we get an interview, bro? Can you let the fans know what happened in the Terrence Bud Crawford fight? If you had any injuries, was you high during the fight? Let us know what's going on, bro. Because you can't get mad at any of us if we don't watch this fight with you and Tim Tszyu, bro. Because you left us hanging. You left us hanging, bro. And you let Terrence Bud Crawford for the past 3 years disrespect you, bro. Bro, Terrence Crawford said he doesn't think that you're a Hall of Fame boxer. He said he don't think you're a Hall of Fame boxer. Somebody asked him, would he give you a rematch? He said no. And you sitting here cheerleading for this, man. You was cheering for Bud when he fought Canelo. Why? Why? I don't know, man. Maybe I'm tripping. Guys, if I'm tripping, let me know in the comment section. But I had to make this video, bro, because, Errol Spence, bro, like, you left us high and dry for 3 years, bro. So I had to make this video, man. It's your boy Days. Thank you guys for watching. I'm out.